Welcome back to Reflections with Emrys. Let's take a moment to see what each symbol has to offer today. Today's symbols are the Blackbird, the Rune, Dagaz, and the Ailm, also known as the pine or fir. The Blackbird is a symbol of threshold magic, sacred song, and the quiet courage to speak what's true. At its core, the Blackbird carries mystery without fear, moving between shadow and light with natural grace. It symbolizes voice, not only what you say, but the deeper tone of your truth when you finally let it be heard. The Blackbird also represents intuition, subtle messages, and the kind of knowing that arrives like a melody rather than a fact. It teaches that beauty can be a doorway, and that expression can be a form of liberation. And it reminds you that your voice is not decoration, it's direction. In life, the Blackbird may show up when you're standing at the edge of a change and you can feel something calling you forward. It can appear when you've been holding back your honest feelings, waiting for a right time that never quite comes. You might notice it when you're receiving messages through dreams, synchronicities, or repeating symbols that nudge you to listen. It may also arise when you're learning to trust your creative instincts, writing, singing, speaking, making without needing permission. And it often signals that what you need most right now is truthful expression, even if it's gentle. Its reflection is this: let your truth have a voice, even if it trembles. Let beauty be a guide, not a distraction. Say the thing that frees your chest and softens your shoulders. Your voice can open the door you've been waiting for. Dagaz is a rune of breakthrough, awakening, and the moment the light changes everything. At its core, Dagaz holds the energy of dawn, the turning point where what was hidden becomes visible. It symbolizes clarity after confusion, and hope that arrives not as a fantasy, but as illumination. This rune carries the power of transformation through awareness, when you finally see what's real, and the path reshapes itself. It teaches that opposites can meet, ending and beginning, dark and light, effort and ease. And it reminds you that a new day doesn't ask permission, it simply arrives. In life, Dagaz may show up when you're ready to make a decision you've been circling for a while. It can appear after a hard stretch, when your nervous system starts to believe in possibility again. You might feel it when insight clicks into place and something inside you says, now. It may also arise when circumstances shift quickly, an opportunity, a revelation, a release, showing you the next step clearly. And it often encourages you to act from clarity, not from fear. Its reflection is this: don't doubt the light just because you've been living in shadow. Let the new understanding reorganize your life with kindness. Choose what's honest and forward-facing. This is not the end of you, it's the beginning of sight. Ailm, the pine or fir, is a symbol of endurance, purification, and steady life force through the cold seasons. At its core, pine and fir holds resilience, green life that persists when conditions are harsh. It represents clean energy, clarity, breath, and renewal that comes from simplifying and returning to what's essential. Ailm also symbolizes upright integrity, the quiet strength of staying true without needing to harden. It teaches that perseverance can be gentle, and that stability can be alive rather than rigid. And it reminds you that your spirit can remain evergreen, even after difficult weather. In life, pine and fir may show up when you're rebuilding your energy and need practices that restore you: sleep, breath, boundaries, nourishment, fresh air. It can appear when you're clearing out emotional clutter and making space for what supports your health. You might notice it when you're being asked to hold steady through a transition, especially one that tests your patience. It may also arrive when you're simplifying your commitments so your life can feel cleaner and more sustainable. And it often signals that resilience is available to you right now, one steady choice at a time. Its reflection is this: return to what strengthens you. Let your life be cleared of what drains you, even if it's familiar. Stand upright in your own values, not in other people's expectations. Your endurance doesn't have to be harsh to be real. When we look at these three symbols together, the Blackbird, Dagaz, and Ailm, a clear theme begins to form. The Blackbird brings truthful voice and intuitive message. Dagaz brings awakening and breakthrough clarity. Ailm brings endurance and clean, restoring strength. Together, they suggest a turning point that arrives through expression. When you speak, create, or admit what you know, the light comes in. The Blackbird opens the threshold by inviting you to name your truth and trust the messages you've been receiving. Dagaz confirms that clarity is breaking through. This is a moment of illumination, where the next step becomes obvious once you stop hiding from it. And Ailm offers the stamina and purification to follow through, So the new beginning isn't just a flash, it becomes a stable path. The Blackbird encourages you to speak from the soul. Dagaz invites you to step into the new day. Ailm reminds you to keep it simple, steady, and strengthening. The mood here is brightening, brave, and quietly cleansing. It suggests a lesson about renewal that comes when you stop minimizing what you feel and start honoring what you know. This combination teaches that breakthrough is not only about external change, it's about internal honesty that allows light to land. And it reminds you that once clarity arrives, you support it by choosing habits, boundaries, and environments that keep you clear. Today's reflection is this: let your voice open the door, let clarity guide your step, and let steady resilience carry you into the new light. Thank you for joining me. I'll meet you in the next reflection.